Freshman, a student in the first year class of a high school, college, or university. To start off the week, today's top 5 things is top 5 things college freshmen don't realize they need. We could also call this top 5 things Maggie didn't realize she'd need last year. Number 1, this one I actually shared in a previous video, but for those who didn't want to sit through 20 college lessons, this is one that I find vital. I go to a small local college. Most of the campus buildings sit on the same downhill quad. In order for me to get from the music building to the dining hall, I have to hike uphill. It's not a problem most days, but when it rains, it pours, and the sidewalks become torrential rapids. I won't soon forget the day on Facebook where I commented that I had braved the rapids to get to my dorm and back from the music building, and one of my friends decided to comment that she was upset that she forgot her canoe. So in summary, bring rain boots. Number 2. Now these are non-negotiables no matter how masculine or feminine you think you are. A toolbox of some degree should probably be sitting in your dorm in case of little emergencies. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a hammer, Phillips and flathead screwdriver, measuring tape, and probably a couple of nails wouldn't hurt either. You also need to have a sewing kit. Don't think you need to get fancy with your sewing kit either. Places like Walmart and Target already have pocket-sized sewing kits ready to go. All they have is needles, various colors of thread, and scissors. It's really all you need. I can't tell you how many times I found myself running home this year just to sew on a pocket or a button. Fortunately, I only live 3 minutes away. Number 3. Now my birthday always falls right at the end of the first week of school, and by the end of that week I had a new top priority on my wish list: sleep eye mask. See, my main problem when I'm trying to go to sleep is getting my eyes to rest. Whether my roommate has a lamp on or a TV on, or there's a street lamp outside my window that I have no control over, it's just horrible for me. I know that there's some people whose big problem when they're trying to fall asleep is noise. Zero noise tolerance. Well, that's not gonna fly in a dorm, so I'd say you need to look into getting some earplugs. I cannot tell you how much I love this. Number 4, within your first few weeks at school, you will be bombarded with paperwork to fill out, forms, syllabi, and just general information about your campus. So be sure that you get your hands on one of the collapsible file folders, or be sure that you get your hands on a crate and some folders that'll function as a file cabinet. Now you might start off the school year saying that you're never gonna let your dorm room get as messy as your room back home, but as your coursework gets crazy hectic, you are going to need one place to look to find that syllabus to know exactly what you need to know, exactly when you need to know it. And number 5. I can almost promise you that there will come a day when you are chowing down on some microwave mac and cheese in your dorm room, seconds before you're about to run out the door to advisement, and you will spill that juicy noodle all over your shirt. Nothing's going to help you out better in that situation than a Tide-to-Go or Clorox pen, unless you already planned this and you have another shirt on hand, which would mean more laundry, which you don't want. Trust me, it'll happen. Now it goes without saying that this is a list of stuff that's not so obvious. Places like Target and Bed Bath & Beyond do a great job of coming up with dorm supply lists of things that you're probably most likely definitely going to need as well. These are just a handful of things that I ended up getting later in the year last year or didn't know to get until this year, so take my word for it. And if you have an idea of 5 things that you'd like to see later this week, let me know, because I'm not so sure about some of the ones I have lined up right now. Does anybody else remember the candy Legos? Because they're really good.